Welcome in, everybody. It's me, Ian Fritts. We are back. College football playoffs start in 5 days, ladies and gentlemen. Get excited. I'm pumped up. That's all I'm thinking about this week. Well, that and Christmas. It's a great time of the year, ladies and gentlemen. You have college football playoffs. You have sometimes your team getting a player in the transfer portal. Right now, hand up. I'm an OU fan, ladies and gentlemen. John Mateer, Washington State quarterback. He's in the portal. He's shipping over to Norman, Oklahoma. I'm pumped up, ladies and gentlemen. I am pumped up. We have behind me a first round playoff game, a matchup between two teams in one state. Great playoff matchup. We're going to get into it. You see my record right there. Been a great year, ladies and gentlemen. Been a great year. Let's jump into it, dive into it. Indiana Hoosiers at, yes, you heard that correctly, at the Notre Dame Fighting Irish. Notre Dame Fighting Irish. Okay, folks, this is a home playoff game. I don't think people are realizing that. I don't think people are taking that seriously enough, okay? This is the greatest thing that the playoffs have given us, okay? We got these home playoff games. It is immaculate. We haven't even gotten to them yet, but it's immaculate. I put out a tweet the other day. It was actually today, not the other day, that every playoff game except for the national championship game should be a home playoff game, okay? And here's why. Home games, home stadiums, campuses that is college football, folks, okay? Going to a different stadium, going to a new stadium every year. You've never been here, but you're going to get a chance to go there. That is college football. There is a lot that is only in college football because of home atmospheres, okay? I've been to an NFL game this year. I've been to a couple college games this year. And while the level of play at NFL games is a higher quality of play, okay? And I'm not trying to argue with that. Hey, hand up. Hey, that's a better quality game, okay? However, atmosphere-wise, it doesn't even compare. They are in two different stratospheres. That's a big word for some of you folks out there, stratosphere. Look it up, what it means, because I'm not entirely sure. All right, enough about that. Home playoff games rock. We haven't even had one yet, but I know they rock, ladies and gentlemen. I know they rock. All right, Indiana at Notre Dame. We'll jump into it. Marcus Freeman, okay? Look, he's a big time talk of the town right now. Coaching carousel. Is he going to go to the NFL? What's going to happen with Marcus Freeman? For those of you that don't know, Marcus Freeman is the head coach of the Notre Dame Fighting Irish. Okay, Marcus Freeman. This is a statement game for Marcus Freeman. Okay, look, this is the first time in the college football playoff for Mr. Freeman. Okay, you have the number 5 rank Notre Dame Fighting Irish, except you are now the 7th seed. However it works, whatever the numbers are, ladies and gentlemen, it's confusing for everybody, and I look at this all day, every day. Sometimes I forget because the ranking system is a mess. It's an absolute nightmare. It needs to be changed. Marcus Freeman, you have to win this football game if you're Marcus Freeman, okay? You're playing the team that, other than probably Clemson or Boise State or Arizona State, so one of 4 teams that people are just writing off. They're saying they got no chance. This team's got zip, man. Don't get them out of my playoff, okay? They got no chance in this place, no business being in this game with us. We're Notre Dame. We're Notre Dame, okay? They got no business being here. You have to win this game if you're Marcus Freeman. This is statement. This is career defining. You win this game, all's well. Okay, this is a successful season for Notre Dame. This is a successful season for Notre Dame if you win this football game, if you're Marcus Freeman. However, you're going up against a guy that you had to look up, sarcasm or not, you had to look up. Is he the guy? Is he the guy that's going to come into your building, stomp on your throat, and say, no, Marcus Freeman, there's a new sheriff in Indiana, and my name is Kirk Signetti, okay? I am going to stomp on you like I do with my cigarettes, okay? I'm not sure why they do that. It's to put the smoke out. And is Notre Dame going to be the cigarette by the end of this thing? I'm not sure, but I know Kirk Signetti. I know he likes to win, and he's really good at it. Google him, okay? Notre Dame, you got to win this football game. You got to win this football game. I like what they have. However, when it comes to a big time football game like this, the things that I look at, quarterback, okay, head coach, home field, okay, running game. Those are my big. Those are my big. What can you do? Okay, home game. Obviously, Notre Dame advantage. It's a home game. However, I think there's going to be a lot of Indiana fans there, folks. I think there are going to be a lot of Indiana fans there. Okay, because obviously Notre Dame is in Indiana. Okay. Second thing, running game. Both of these teams, solid running game. Now, Indiana, the one team they played really, Ohio State, that had a good run defense, it was lackluster. Okay, it was really lackluster. Notre Dame, Fighting Irish. Obviously, they can run the football. Jeremiah Love, absolute stud athlete. He can hop over guys, do backflips over them, spin moves, crawl around them. Whatever he can do it exceptionally well. Watch out for Jeremiah Love in this football game. The third thing I look at, third and fourth, this kind of goes hand in hand. Curtis Rourke is a better quarterback than Riley Leonard. Hand up. I'll be the first one to say it. Okay, I don't know who's saying it out there, but I'm saying it right here. Ian Fritts on the Ian Fritts Show. Bold statement. Curtis Rourke, better quarterback than Riley Leonard. Kirk Cignetti, better head coach than Marcus Freeman. Okay, boom. Both of those things. You got two to two. Now, what does it come down to? I think it's going to come down to Riley Leonard making a mistake. I have Indiana upsetting the Notre Dame Fighting Irish in round one of the college football playoffs in the first game of the 12-team college football playoff era. Give me the Hoosiers. Give me them to cover the 7.5, but also to win the football game. Come on, Friday night. This is a game to watch. Be on your couch, folks. Next game up, 11 a.m. on Saturday in Happy Valley, Pennsylvania. SMU Mustangs at Penn State. Penn State, 8.5-point favorites. I thought this would be the game with the highest point spread. I'm wrong. That game is actually Texas Clemson. So we'll get to that one here in a second. But for the time being, we have two animals going at it. The ponies of SMU and the Nittany Lions of Penn State. Okay, look, there's a lot of news surrounding Penn State this week. They're not going to have their backup quarterback for this game. He is in the transfer portal. He is hopping in there, and he is not going to be in the college football playoffs for his team. So Drew Allar, he goes down. We got all hell is going to break loose in Happy Valley. I'm not sure who their third string quarterback is, but that guy hasn't seen the field all year. He needs to get ready to roll, okay? Because Bo Prabula, I thought he was better than Drew Allar, and they stuck with Drew Allar, and they might have been right about that. Hand up. I might have been wrong about that because Drew Allar has looked awesome recently, okay? So Penn State, they've been rolling. Defense is very good. And SMU, what was the last thing on our mind? A last-second field goal to lose to the Clemson Tigers. Not the best thing you want on your resume, not the best thing you want to remember if you're trying to win a national championship. Okay, so that's in the back of my mind. That is in the back of my mind. Do I think I'm going to get that team? Do I think I'm going to get ACC championship SMU, or am I going to get 12 or 11-1 SMU in the regular season? Am I going to get that SMU, or am I going to get the ACC championship SMU? First half ACC championship SMU. Because if that's the case, this is going to be 55-12 if we get first half SMU. However, if we get second half SMU, it's going to be more like 28-21 Penn State, okay? So that would mean Penn State doesn't cover, okay? And I'm all about winning here. I'm all about winning. I think we're getting first half, that's not a word. First half SMU. We got Penn State to cover. The model's saying it. I don't have a model. It's just my gut, folks. It is just my gut. Look, the mind changes all the time. You know what doesn't change? Your gut, okay? You got to go with your gut. The gut's saying Penn State minus 8.5 is the play here. Put your money on it. Maybe. If you want to, if you have the money. If you can do it, do it. If you can't, don't. That's all I have to say. Next game up, Clemson Tigers, Texas Longhorns, minus 11.5 for the Longhorns. Look, got to take a sip here. Patented mug. See if you can get a good shot of that right there in the camera. Orange on orange here. I don't think that has anything to do with the game, but it is going to be orange on orange. And just look, I already told you I'm an OU fan. If you follow the page, you know I'm an OU fan. Color of orange that I prefer. And then look, this is going to shock some of you. Texas. I think that's a better color of orange than this bright orange over here from Clemson. That's just my thoughts. Has nothing to do with the game. What has to do with this game is Quinn Ewers in the offense of the Texas Longhorns. The last time we saw them, who were they playing? Who were they playing? They were playing Georgia. I didn't forget that was pause for effect. The Georgia Bulldogs made Quinn Ewers look like a toddler out there, folks, okay? They made him look like he didn't have any idea what he was doing. There were reports that his shoulder surgery after his injury a few years ago, it has hurt him and hindered him. It's made him figure out some different throwing mechanics, okay? Now, I don't know about throwing mechanics. I know that when I see a quarterback and he doesn't look right, I say, hey, 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 hey. He doesn't look right. And let me tell you something about Quinn Ewers. He doesn't look right. Okay, I'm not the first one to say that. I'm not the only one to say that. It's not a novel concept or a novel idea, but I'm not sure what Texas has done in the past 3 weeks leading up to this Texas Longhorn Clemson Tiger matchup. What have they been working Arch Manning in more? Have they done a couple packages with Arch Manning? They already have done that several times in the last few games that they've had. However, they haven't been, hey, Arch, you get a drive here. Let's throw the defense through a loop. Okay. And if I was Clemson, I'd be preparing for that. I would be preparing for that because what we've seen from Texas and Quinn Ewers, honestly, offensively, does not scare me. Okay. If I'm Texas or if I'm an opposing team of the Texas Longhorns, what Quinn Ewers is doing out there right now does not daunt me at all. He's missing wide open receivers. He's throwing little lobby balls to absolutely nobody. It is a disaster, if you ask me. Now, disaster may be a strong word because they have lost 2 games to one team this year. So they also haven't played anybody. The Clemson may be the second best team they've played all year. I'm not saying that as some novel idea. Probably Texas A&M, but then Clemson could be the third best team they've played all year. Now, Clemson, Texas is definitely the best team they've played all year. Bar Georgia. Usually the phrase is bar none, but bar Georgia. Georgia easily the best team they've faced. Since then, Clemson really played nobody, and they beat pretty much everybody they faced, okay? Now, they're going up against Texas's defense. Clemson's offense is. And Texas's defense, look, I was a doubter. I was a hater. Maybe it was my OU bias coming in here. Probably a little bit of that. I was a doubter of their defense early on. Okay, I thought, hey, they haven't played an offense that can do anything. They haven't played a quarterback that can sling it around the yard. And to a degree, I still believe that. Okay. However, to a degree, I'm incorrect because they've looked phenomenal all year. Okay. Yes, they haven't played just an absolute stud of a quarterback. Really, nobody's played an absolute stud of a quarterback all year unless you've faced Cam Ward or Shador Sanders. Okay. Dylan Gabriel, he can be in there, I guess. But those 3 guys, and that's it. So if you haven't faced one of them, you're facing kind of an okay guy at the quarterback position. Okay. And Texas has done what have they done against quarterbacks this year? Absolutely phenomenally well, okay? They have given up literally nothing. Their secondary, new Legion of Boom. You remember the Legion of Boom for the Seattle Seahawks a few years ago, 2015, 2014 era? Yeah, Texas has got them right now. I would not want to go against them. They hit hard. They play the ball extremely well. They're really, really good on the back end, okay? However, the best thing Clemson has going for them is taking deep shots, okay? 2 true freshman wide receivers, Bryant Wesco, something Williams. I'm sorry, I forgot his first name. And Cade Klubnik. They like to sling the ball around the yard. Are they going to be able to do that against the Texas Longhorns secondary? No, they won't. However, I think Clemson forces enough issues for Quinn Ewers that they cover. I would take Texas to win the game, but I think Clemson does enough to cover this game, folks. Give me Clemson plus 11.5. Last game, I'm sad I'm already saying that. Last game of the first round at Ohio State, we have the Tennessee Volunteers making the trip up to the frozen tundra, as people are putting it to me. Look, there's this notion going around right now that Tennessee, they live in San Diego, okay? There's a notion around that Tennessee has never even had a cold weather day ever, okay? And look, I'm going to say this right now. I'm going to say this one time. I'll probably say it again. Tennessee they have cold days in Tennessee, folks. It's not all warm sunbeams all the time in Tennessee. Okay, yes, the weather's going to be cold, but you know who it's also going to be cold for? Ohio State. Okay, they have to play in the same weather. This weather for Ohio State's not going to be an advantage for them. Okay, everybody's going to be cold. Everybody's going to be cold. Get out of here with that nonsensical take. Okay, let's talk about the teams. Ohio State, what was the last thing they did? Big Ten championship, right? No. It was them losing to Michigan as 23-point favorites. Just an absolute disaster class from Ryan Day. Surprised he still has a job. I'm not, because he's won a bunch of games there, okay? Now, what do they need to do to win the football game? Well, they need to play the Ohio State football that they can play. You know what they can play? Well, they have Jeremiah Smith. They have Emeka Egbuka. They have their two running backs that are some of the best in the entire country in Quinshon Judkins and Travion Williams, okay? They need to get the ball to their playmakers. You know who's not their playmaker? Will Howard. He's not the guy. He's not the guy who's just going to be fitting it into tight windows, doing what elite quarterbacks do, because he's not an elite guy. He is a guy that can get the ball to those four guys that I just mentioned. And that's what Ohio State should do. Okay, you know what they didn't do against Michigan? Ask yourself that question. What did Ohio State not do against Michigan? They didn't get their ball to their playmakers. And you know who has the best playmakers in all the country, in all the land? It's Ohio State. They got four of them that are elite guys. Guys that are immaculate with the ball in their hand, okay? They can do whatever they want. You get the ball to Jeremiah Smith, you get it to Emeka Egbuka, you get it to Travion Henderson, you get it to Quinshon Judkins. That's all you need to do if you're Ohio State. That is the game plan. Get the ball out quickly to those guys, because you're going to have to get it out quickly, because Tennessee's defensive line, one of the best in the country, they're going to be bearing down on Will Howard. And the one thing I know about Will Howard, if he gets pressure in his face, disaster will strike and mayhem will follow. It will follow. Now, do I have enough faith in Nico Iamaleava? Okay, the answer, short answer, is no. Okay, I don't have enough faith in him. Do I need to have enough faith in him for Tennessee to win this football game? I think you do. I think you do, because Ohio State's defense, as much crap as they get, they're a really good group, okay? They're like, hey, man, how we let Michigan score blah, blah, blah points against us? Well, your offense didn't do you any favors. Short answer there. Nico, look, I love him. The talent is there. He's going to get there. He is. I've said it all year. I said it after the Oklahoma game. I was the first one to say this. He's not there yet. He is not there yet. He can get there. Everybody sees it. He has the talent, but he's not there yet. And going to the horseshoe, that's not the place to find it. That is not the place to find it if you're a young quarterback like he is. I like Ohio State to win, and I like Ohio State to cover the 7 points. Give me the Buckeyes. As disappointing, they can still win the national championship here, ladies and gentlemen. They can still do it. Now, would I be shocked if Tennessee won this game? Absolutely not. Absolutely, it's well within the realm of possibility. The one that of all these games, looking back at everything I just said, the most surprising game or result would be SMU over Penn State. That would be the most shocking result for me. All the other results, I can see them going both ways. Okay, but SMU over Penn State, I ran the simulations about a zillion times in my gut, and not one time did SMU win. Now, those are the picks. That's the preview, folks. We took Indiana to cover and win. We took Penn State to cover and win. We took Clemson to cover, Texas to win, and we took Ohio State to cover and win. Thank you so much for watching, ladies and gentlemen. Stay tuned for the recap of the first round home playoff games. Thank you so much for watching. Subscribe down below. If you want one of these mugs, patented, ladies and gentlemen, let me know and we will get one to you. Thanks for watching. I love you guys. Bye.
Whoa, he has trouble with the snap, and the ball is free. It's picked up by Michigan State's Jalen Watts-Jackson, and he scores on the last play of the game.
35, 40, 45, 50, 45. There